I used to attend worship where there were three men named John, and so we called them first, second, and third John. In the Gospel of John, there are at least two Johns. There's John the author, and then there's John the baptizer. And the Apostle John, who writes the book, begins talking about John the baptizer, John the immerser, in chapter 1, verse 6. He says, "There was a man sent from God whose name was John. This man came for a witness to bear witness of the light." Of course, that's Jesus, "that all through him might believe. He was not that light, but was sent to bear witness of that light, that the true light, which gives light to every man coming into the world." Now, we see that John has his role, John the baptizer, John the immerser, the one who is said, a man sent from God named John, has a role. That role is defined in verse 7. He came as to bear witness of the light, that all through him might believe. Now notice that his role, his responsibility that God gave to him as a prophet, not only the baptizer, the immerser, but also known as John the prophet, was to bear witness of Jesus, the light, that all through him, now notice it says, might believe. That does not necessarily mean that everybody who listened to John would believe, but the potential was there that if they listened to John, they believed John, and most of all that they believed the light, Jesus, that they would believe and that they would obey. And, you know, you and I have a role somewhat similar, not identical by any stretch of the imagination, but somewhat similar, to tell other people about the light that they might believe. Now, we are not literal witnesses of Jesus like John the prophet was, John the baptizer was. He was a literal eyewitness. We are not that at all, but we are witnesses by the eye of faith. And with the eye of faith, we can see what John the baptizer said. With the eye of faith, we can see what Jesus said, we can hear what they said, and then we can believe. It's the eye of faith that brings us to that point of belief in the light. And notice the text says that it is the true light. Let's shine the light as brightly as we can to everyone around us. Let's follow the light. Let's believe the light. Let's walk in obedience to the light.